fucking go. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. We are on our 75th podcast.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I didn't even clock that. Jesus.
Yeah. We're going to hit the 100th episode this year.
Insane. Jeez, that's crazy.
Crazy.
Big milestone, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks. That's thanks to you guys. I wouldn't be doing this podcast if I didn't have all of y'all, so. All right. Let's get going here. Let's talk about our weeks. What? Wrong
Oh,
button.
that's a new one.
Yeah, that was just me. Go ahead.
Rating stuff. Honestly, last week was kind of a whirlwind for me. Oh, I finally started Pokemon. As you can see, I have a dog who is very upset that she didn't walk today because of the rain. So,
oh, that's no
fine good. Dealing with that. But yeah, it's kind of nice to be finally gaming some more, and just I guess the highlight of last week was we watched Cat in the Hat, which, by the way, I hated it when I was a kid. It was so much worse watching it as an adult.
I unabashedly love that movie.
Yeah,
I know it is a dumpster fire from hell, but I love that movie.
But, like, here's the funny thing, is that, like, other than the stuff that's obviously wrong with it, we actually kind of had, like, a nuanced discussion about and comparing it to Jim Carrey's The Grinch, so hopefully I'll get that out soon. But other than that, honestly, just kind of a chill week.
Yeah, I can imagine. Mike.
Yeah, so my first week of work was, mostly successful.
Nice.
Still...
Over on Dirty Hoe. I'm just kidding, baby. I love you.
Still got some work to do on the house. Right now they're doing the floors. That should be done by the end of the week. And still got a lot of packing to do. Still got the painting that needs to be done. But we're looking at, like, no earlier than May is when I'm expected to move in.
Nice. Coming up quick.
Yes, indeed.
Fiona.
Okay, so man, today started out on a real downer note, but I got back to streaming today for the first time in, like, at least a few months. Saw Jacob over there. Hi again, Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
So it was it was fun. It was really good and kind of turned my day around, kind of made everything better. Played some Resident Evil Requiem, which we will talk about.
And
yeah. Finally got to stream a Resident Evil game. This week, overall it's been a little rough. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little bit rough. We did have a nice birthday stream, a couple of birthday streams with Red and her community and everybody there. So that was fun. And it was a long weekend of streaming. And then on Monday, we had another D&D session. We had 2 D&D sessions over the weekend as well. So, it's been a lot. It's been a lot, not going to lie. And that's probably why I'm a little bit exhausted. And then just some family shenanigans on top of it all today. So that was what kind of was tough to deal with. But working through it, getting through it, and life has been overall, it's on the uptick from now on, I think. So that's good.
Good.
And back to streaming, which is always fun.
Yes. I double taked when I got the notification at work. I'm like, what the fuck? Fiona's streaming again?
Yeah,
I was like, nice.
It's been so long.
It's a hell of a feeling when you get back to it after a while.
It really is. I got a couple subs today too. That was nice.
Nice.
Like three subs. That was fun. So
nice. Good for you.
Thanks to everybody who stopped by. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so my week was waiting on Resident Evil, playing Resident Evil, and that was about it. Uh, yeah. God, what else did I all do? I ordered some prints in for some things, for some characters for a con I'm going to be going to, because there's one that I'm pretty sure the voice actor is not going to have. It's a character from literally one episode of Gurren Lagann, so I doubt this voice actor is going to have a print. And I also got a bunch of screen grabs and made prints of from Gachi Yakuda, because a bunch of the voice actors are going to be at a con I'm going to this weekend. And, like, it hasn't been out long enough to where they've gotten enough artists to, like, make some spectacular prints, so, like, some have it, and some don't. And, like, some are on Twitter saying, I don't got prints quite yet, and, like, yeah, so it's getting some things prepared for that, so that's been a thing. Yeah, it has not been a ton other than that. Just chilling at home, that's about it. Been relaxing. Been a good time. But yeah, alright. Let's talk about some news.
Let us do
Pringle.
so indeed.
And boy, has there been news.
Oh,
Pringle.
there's been news, unfortunately. Yeah, so,
Oh god.
3, if you watched it, buy or sell the Pinocchio Unstrung trailer.
I didn't have a chance to watch it, but it looks insane. And also, you know what? We need just more messed up versions of Pinocchio, because here's the thing. Like, there's already so many nightmare fuelish versions of the story that I just have a morbid curiosity of, like, how far can we go here?
Yeah, in the trailer, I saw him peel the skin off of a person's face. So...
Oh, sick.
Nice.
So, movie of the year.
movie of the
Also-
year.
Yes.
Also, cannot
Pretty much
forget,
it.
Robert Englund is Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah, so that's a thing. It's pretty wicked.
Hilarious.
It's pretty wicked, I'm not gonna lie. Mike, buy or sell that AR-generated artwork officially is ineligible for copyright protection as the United States Supreme Court has declined to review an appeal case. The court rules, shockingly, that artwork needs to have a human creator in order to be eligible.
Fuck yeah.
Right?
Suck it, AI bros.
Good lord.
Oh,
What
what are we
about
even doing?
what about my artwork? You mean the prompt you typed in?
Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting to see, because I don't think this is, like, over, but I think for,
Like,
like, a
it's-
lot of people, it's gonna be. But I'm curious, because a whole lot of this is, and I don't want to get political, but, like, copyright law needs to be overhauled big time. I don't think I'm making a controversial statement here, but it's gonna be curious to see whether or not, the debate moves on to data sets, and whether, even if you own that, data sets are, like, copyrightable. So, like, for example, like, this is a theoretical. So the original Mickey Mouse, like, Steamboat Willie, that's in the public domain. Now, if, like, Disney, like, trained, like, a new version of Mickey Mouse to be created from, like, the prompt of, like, those original shorts, then would that retroactively be copyrightable? So I feel like there does need to be some clarification, but I think at face value that if you're just prompts themselves aren't copyrightable.
Yeah, it's one thing that we'll have to see. All right. I will buy or sell this. Maisie, Stella, and Tatum Grace Hopkins have been cast as Chloe and Max in the Life is Strange series. I know nothing about either of them, but I'm going to buy the fact that this is happening, finally.
They look like them. The casting looks spot on.
Yeah.
It looks good. Yeah, like the casting's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the only thing, and I don't know for sure, I have been told, apparently, that the actress that plays Max is going to be taller than the one that plays Chloe.
Huh.
That's a little strange.
A little strange? Ah! Kyoto's instant groan. It's like, yeah.
But hey, look, there's gonna be, like, a certain subsect of, like, Tumblr fandom that will be very pleased at this development.
Oh, there already is. It's on Twitter already. I've seen it. It's like, but now Chloe will have to stand up to her to get kisses. Ah! The story's about someone raping kids. How about we focus on that and not your fanfics?
Like
And
that's
we-
gonna stop them.
Like,
It's literally going to be the meme. Why not both? Which is a
Good
fucked up thing to say,
Lord.
but it's true.
It honestly doesn't matter. It honestly does not matter.
No, it doesn't.
I think
Like,
as
I
long
don't
as
care
the,
about their heights. I'm like, as long as they like
yeah,
resemble them and
embody
they're
the
good
characters,
actors,
please.
Yeah.
That's all I ask.
Chloe could be played by Steve Buscemi as long as they played it well.
God,
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Very
don't know.
hot,
Ma-
very hot.
Can we put a wig on him? I'm curious
Yeah, you can. You could literally
because maybe
pull
that's one of the
Hello,
alternate
fellow kids.
realities.
No! Steve Buscemi should play Frank so we can pull the hello, fellow kids.
Oh God. No.
Alright. Kiona.
Yes, sir.
Buy or sell that Microsoft is patenting an AI for a pause to help people in video games get past difficult sections. It would let an AI or trained human helpers briefly take over your game when you're stuck on a tough part, such as a hard boss or puzzle. The aim is to replace pausing the game and searching for YouTube tutorials, making games more accessible.
What
You
is
know,
so
like-
hard about searching for a YouTube tutorial?
No, well, no, I think they kind of out themselves here. It's like they don't want you to go outside of the Microsoft ecosystem.
Also, I distinctly remember, Brock, something about PlayStation also applying for a patent about
What
a certain
now?
thing that would let you pause a game and maybe tune, kind of
What?
tune the difficulty or
Did
like,
we talk? Did we talk about
Did
that
we
on this
talk about that
podcast?
just last week?
Literally
Maybe,
last week.
just maybe. They did it
Just
in a less
maybe.
douchey way for
I
like
know.
to help you and not be like, hey, don't look up those YouTube tutorials that people work really hard on and are genuine helping tools. Use the Microsoft AI. Because God knows our
Oh.
AI person appointed in top of the company isn't going to start implementing AI, and this was posted
Use
a
the
fucking week.
microslop.
But Kiona,
Microslop.
Kiona, wait, Kiona,
Microsoft.
wait.
Mm,
Wait.
I know. I gave you this one.
Mike, buy or sell that Microsoft has banned the word microslop in its Copilot Discord server, then began restricting access after users started posting micro SL0P and other funnies.
Oh wait, you're serious? Let me laugh even harder.
I'm dead fucking serious.
I know. I was quoting Futurama.
I can't believe this. In their own servers, they had to ban microslop.
Do you remember how we used to call Microsoft M Money? Do you remember that?
Ah,
Did they ever ban that?
I don't know.
Did they ever ban Xbone? Like,
Yeah. Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of listening to Wooly from Two Best Friends, where he's talking about like setting up the moderation for terms that can't be said inside of a of a Twitch server, and
I
he's
hate
like,
it.
"All right, kids, now how many versions of the word do I have to put into this robot? How many different spellings of the word do I need to put in so it's unattainable?"
Okay, but you know what though? Did you hear about this other thing too in Japan where Square Enix actually shut down a news blog that apparently said something
Yep.
untoward about their developers or something like that?
Yeah, I did hear about that.
This is getting very close to just like muzzling everybody that you disagree with. I
Mhm.
don't know that I love it.
There's a difference between like shutting down someone who is being genuinely harmful and there's no help coming from them versus someone is criticizing you and you don't like it.
You know what this reminds me? It's like back in the day when, board mods went on like a power trip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly it.
Microsoft like 3 months before they start making games like Minesweeper. All right. I'm gonna buy or sell this one.
Mm.
Project Windless creative director says the developers chose a 9-foot warlike rooster Goliath as their protagonist because literally every candidate interviewed to work on the game wanted to play as one. All of them were all like, okay.
You're telling me, Brock, that they wanted to play as a giant cock?
They did! They wanted Cock of War! Foghorn's Revenge!
I say.
I say,
Tell me
boy.
that the end boss has got to be a chicken hawk. Come on.
It's gotta be Peter Griffin.
It's got to be Peter Griffin. Okay, yeah, the end mid boss has to be the chicken hawk.
Can you imagine if the guy at the end actually has green pants and a white shirt? Like, he doesn't have to look
That would be
exactly like Peter Griffin.
hilarious.
But it would be so funny. You know it's gonna get
Hilarious.
modded. You know it is.
Oh, it's going to get modded in. For sure.
Hey, Bree.
Can I do this one?
You do that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think Fiona will get way
Oh,
more
no,
joy
never
out
mind,
of this.
never mind, because you want to do Kratos and Atreus, maybe that one. Maybe I'll
Yeah,
do
okay.
that one.
Hey, Bree, buy or sell that Zack Snyder says anyone who thinks the Snyderverse fandom is toxic can go fuck themselves. They literally saved human lives.
Bro. What? Agree.
God. You
Um,
know, see, this is why people shouldn't engage with their fandoms.
No.
No one looks good. No one. At all. Ever.
Yeah, and so I got an idea. They did, hey, I do get that, Umbreon. I do get that.
I get that.
But
That's
good,
fair. I
but
mean,
good people can still be the most toxic fuckboys you've ever met.
Yep.
or, you know, but the problem with the Snyderverse fandom is, I'm sure there's tons of good people in it, but they are heavily, you know, drowned out by literal psychopaths.
Yeah.
It's like none of them have read If You Give a Mouse a Cookie.
It is. There's genuine fans in there, but there is a lot more and a lot louder chunk that are, if you don't do what we want, you can go fuck yourself and everything you think of is bad because you don't like High Lord Schneider.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a good chunk of it. Alrighty. Whoa. Alright, so no, okay, we're gonna do this beforehand so I don't mess this up like I do literally every time. Kiona, buy or sell the very first look at Kratos and Atreus in God of War.
Okay, I took some heat on this because I said that when I first side-eyed the picture, to me, it reminded me of the game. It reminded me of the 2018 game.
Mhm.
Now, that's not to say that on closer inspection that you see the differences and all that stuff, sure. But, you know, I understand people's criticisms of the picture. I do. However, I think that to a degree, especially when it comes to video games, especially when it comes to things that have a passionate fan base, you're always going to have people that will never like whatever they put out. It's just not going to be good enough. Understandably, like I said, I think the actors are going to do fine. I think it's going to. I think it's going to look better in motion than it does in a still.
Yep.
A still image on like a studio set or a lot or whatever where they're filming it. I think it's going to look better if they see it in motion.
Mhm.
So, you know, I think it's fine.
It is.
I think it's going to be okay, and everybody needs to just chill the fuck out. And I know that's not going to work for the one guy that's raising a big ass fuss because that's all he has in his life anymore is just to raise a fuss about how they're fucking God of War up. And we know who that is.
But what does David Jaffe think?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I know.
Dude has to like just chill and go away. Don't talk about it. Or if you talk about it, you know, just like, man. So it reminds me a little bit of Stan Lee. Okay. Like Stan Lee, you could say whatever you want to say about him. He was a huckster. He was a showman. He was whatever. But at the end of the day, if anybody asked him, what do you think of what they're doing now with your characters or what, you know, characters that you co-created or whatever? he would just be like, "Oh, I think they're doing great."
Mhm.
Because he's not going to sit there and say like a big hearty fuck you to everybody that's working on the stuff that he co-created or that was at least accredited to his co-creations, to his co-creating it. I just think, to me, it looks good for what it is, which is a TV show, an adaptation of a video game. I think it looks fine.
Mhm.
I think that there are things that they could probably improve on it. I think that the overall acting is going to be good, and I think that, I think it's going to be fine.
That's not really a belly. Kratos is incredibly
Yeah.
He's incredibly barrel chested.
Yeah.
He is built like an actual. What actual
agree on that. I agree with you
bodybuilders
on
look
that.
like? This is one thing that people like to forget.
Yeah.
There is a difference between people that go to bodybuilding competitions and strong men.
Yeah.
People that go to bodybuilding competitions have skinny waists, are roided out, and have their veins sticking out because they're meant to show the defining muscles of the human body. Actual strong men look like fucking Mark Henry.
Yeah. Exactly.
They don't have toned abs. They don't have all this other horse shit that's for show. They're worried about being strong, and that's it. People need to remember this is a fucking human being playing this role.
Mhm.
In the video game, that is not a fucking human being.
Now they like, I saw somebody posted on Twitter, like there was like a cosplayer that did it and that did like a spot on job. Dude, I know cosplayers are like super passionate and they will work their ass off to make sure that it looks like 100% accurate or as close to accurate as you could possibly get.
It will.
So that is definitely like, that's commendable, to be sure.
It is.
But I also
here's the
think
thing. Can that cosplayer act?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. And can you act in wardrobe and makeup and things like that are going to withstand the elements and that are going to withstand multiple hours of filming?
Yes. And also bodybuilders that look like a bodybuilder, that look like Kratos does. Hate to break it to you, they don't move like Kratos.
Nope.
No.
They don't. They move like this. They aren't fucking jumping 40 feet doing this. It's almost like it's not a real thing and he's a god.
Yeah.
You want to know what I love about this?
I think people are just losing their shit over nothing.
Is that Jaffe didn't complain that they weren't doing his. He complained that this looked bad.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden you're not bitching about the 2018 game. You're bitching that they're not representing the 2018 game well enough.
Oh, God. No.
Does Mr. Jaffe doth protest too much?
Of course he does.
Yes, exactly. The one that I will say that people are bitching about is they don't think that Atreus looks close enough. He's a white kid with hair.
I mean, what other description does he need?
That's Atreus. Like, what do you want? You need to remember this is the actual age of Atreus in the game.
Yeah.
He's an actual kid. Good lord. Ay.
Yeah, I feel like people are just bitching just to bitch.
Oh, they're going to bitch just to bitch.
They're going to bitch.
And this is why, like, when I talk with people, they're like, I don't get why you don't want Horizon to be done unless it's done really well. No one will just trash it for the sake of trashing it.
I'm sorry, do
we forget what fucking society we live in?
Yeah.
At fucking all, how many things have been ripped to fucking shreds and ruined their reputation just because people wanted to be fuckboys on the internet, and then companies took it the wrong way? It happens all the time. All right. Now, I'll buy or sell this one. Resident Evil director Paul W.S. Anderson says he's got no time for people who do video adaptations without playing them. That's outrageous. Hey, Paul! Now, before we get too far, where is it? I am a proud owner of this Steelbook collection of your movies. Because the case is cool, not because they're good. Paul? where in the games does the person with psychokinetic powers named Alice come from? Is that crickets I hear? Oh, it's because she's not in them. Got it. Okay. And also, where are all these STARS members and all these people that invaded the mansion in the first movie? Is that crickets I hear again? Oh, it's because they aren't in the game.
Yep.
Do you remember?
Yep.
And I think it was the fifth movie where they randomly threw fucking Barry, Leon, and Ada in for fuck's sake, and then made Leon a nervous schoolboy because he got to touch a woman's thigh. Hey, Paul B.S. Anderson, you're also the guy that made that Monster Hunter movie. How about we don't talk about people making adaptations and not watching games when you don't know what you're talking about? You took the African executioner and put him in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I don't get that one.
Good lord. All right. Hey, Mike.
There is no Monster Hunter movie.
No, there is no Monster Hunter movie. It's just incredibly racist.
You know
I fell asleep to nothing there.
Yeah, but you know what would be actually worse is that he actually did play them all through, and he's like, you know what? I could do better.
Yeah. He sure did. I'll give that second one credit. It's a mildly amusing adaptation of Resident Evil 3. I'll give him that. It is.
I like
don't
the laser field that chopped people up. That was fun.
Yeah, that was the one good addition that he did. Making Nemesis the mutated version of Alice's ex probably wasn't needed.
Yeah.
But, what do I know? Mike Epps does give me one of my favorite lines ever in a movie. And I mean fucking ever is in that second movie. So, I can't remember what scientist it was. I don't remember if it's the right scientist for that. But he comes there at the end, and Jill is fighting Nemesis on the roof. And then I think it's Marcus. I could be wrong. But he comes walking up,
I think it was.
and he comes walking up the plane. He's like, "Why haven't we taken off yet?" And then Mike Epps turns around and goes, "Because I usually drive a Cadillac," and he punches him in the face. And he also says GTA motherfucker 10 points when he runs over a zombie. He has some really good lines in that movie. Oh, he's so good. Mike, buy or sell the first trailer for Jane Schoenberg's Teenage Sex and Death Camp at Camp Miasma, starring Gillian Anderson and Hannah Einbinder, follows the director rebooting a slasher film who is obsessed with the actor who played the final girl in the OG movie.
Fuck yeah, I buy this. This is the same director who did a movie called I Saw the TV Glow. Came out in 2024, and it's incredible if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, that was a word salad. Yes, it was. Speaking of word salads, hey guys, we're adding a new thing to the... So we had a thing called social media, the soapbox, and then I wanted to add bad takes. I think I might just rename this entire thing to You Can't Silence Stupid, but you could dull it with a hammer.
Love it.
It's just because we're going to accumulate all the dumb stuff in one. Speaking of word salads, Heisers, there is a podcast that gets a lot of shit, and rightfully so, because some of the dumbest things I've ever heard come from this podcast, but it's two guys that every now and then are enjoyable to listen to. One of their things is from the guy who they call Hat Guy. It's the Escape Pod podcast. And one of his takes was, in one movie, Rian Johnson understood Star Wars better than George Lucas ever did. That was one of his takes that made me want to throw up.
I think I like Rian Johnson's Last Jedi. I like it. I will not say that he understands it more than George Lucas. George Lucas is the creator of it.
Yeah.
But I will say that Rian Johnson did a good job, in my opinion, with what he did.
Same.
Okay. So that's not the take. That's not the take we're talking about.
That's not the take.
I don't know who this lady is because the episode has not come out yet to my knowledge, but so they started talking about Oppenheimer for some reason. And this might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard about Oppenheimer. This is a young black guest that is on the show that normally talks about Marvel movies.
Okay.
So, I kind of cleaned up some ums and ers in here, but I wanted to keep this as close as I could. I did not see Oppenheimer. I can't be, because they asked her if she liked it. I did not see Oppenheimer. I can't get down with such, like, open propaganda. Which is crazy, because I love Hamilton. The way they were trying to push it on the Japanese, the fact that they now, when we think of Oppenheimer, we will think of this movie. Oh, it gets better, Kiona. Which portrayed him as some, like, nuanced, I just love science type thing. And it was just so white. In the year of our Beyonce 2024, just pretend black people were around. Hey guys, tell me what kind of propaganda was this about to make Oppenheimer look like a good dude?
And arguably does not look like a good dude.
No.
And this movie was to make us believe he was a guy who just liked science. He was. That was part of the problem. I've never heard...
He did science without thinking about the ethical consequences.
The entire point of it is, oh no, we thought the big bomb would end the war, but oh no, now everyone just wants the big bomb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've never seen a person go, I've never seen the movie, but I know this is the movie, and then accurately describe the exact opposite of what the movie is.
Do you think a person that says, I am become death, destroyer of worlds, is a happy person?
No, I heard he was really faithful too, and I heard that they showed that in the movie. Because, this was propaganda to make him look like a good dude. The multiple times he had sex on screen with not his wife.
Yeah. Oh god, the Oppenheimer sex scenes. Let's not talk about those.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I just don't really know what to make of that.
Low-key, from what this person's describing, this is just the plot of Code Geass R2.
I don't know. I just
literally, this is just the second season of Code Geass.
It's something. I heard this in my brain.
No, if you haven't watched, look up a summary of it up, because they have Freya and the propagandist. Literally, you were describing season 2 of Code Geass.
This is, my brain started melting when I read this, and then I'm like, there's no way she actually said this, and then I watched it, and without fucking hesitation, it's like acting like nothing's wrong, and then both of them are just going, oh really? Yeah, you're not gonna call out the unbelievably stupid statement she just said? That's not an opinion, that's just factually wrong. You didn't even see a trailer if you have that opinion.
This is like aiming for the horse, a horseshoe, and then just going in the complete opposite direction.
This is aiming for a horseshoe and then turning around and kicking your partner in the dick. What did we? How did we get here?
But it's weird, bringing Hamilton into it, because I was assuming she's talking about Lin-Manuel Miranda's Hamilton.
I guess.
I'm oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I can see where it's a little bit propagandist and the colorblind casting, but the reason the colorblind casting is the point is that America was built by immigrants, so they're okay, have people that have an immigrant background, cool, neat. But then you do something like this. I mean, look, Hamilton had its own cringe Tumblr thing of God, find her Miku Jefferson, find her Miku Jefferson. And then also, it turned out that person was a bootlegger. But that's besides the point. What a predictable outcome.
Good lord.
But, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the rap music of, the revolution or whatever. But, the point that I'm trying to, round about is that, historically, yes, because I think they're trying to say, oh, they're like should have been like black people. I'm not quite sure what this person's saying. I'm like, I mean, look, there were a lot.
She literally said the movie was so white.
Well,
it's about World War II.
Well, and here's the thing. I'm sure there are, like, as we've seen in movies like Hidden Figures and stuff, I'm sure there was a lot of, African Americans behind the scenes in science, but honestly, like, historically, from what we know, most of them were more in, like, the space race than with nuclear weapons. So, like, I'm sorry, a bunch of, like, European people of European descent worked on it, so I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, are you not able to watch the Holocaust movie? Oh my gosh, I almost called it the Holocaust movie. Oh my gosh, what?
You're talking about Schindler's List?
Yeah. Like, I can't watch Schindler's List because there's not enough of my color in it? That's an excuse I've never gotten. I can't understand. Then I couldn't watch Black Panther. There's only one in there. That means I can't enjoy it. Can we stop doing this? Can we just enjoy all types of things? This is what creates separation. Stop it!
Yeah.
Then when you get representation like Gachi Akuda and you say the characters aren't black enough, then we get pissy. It's dumb both ways. Good lord. All right. Anyway, moving on to gaming. Rumor. PlayStation is pulling back on releasing single-player ports for their PC, PC, only making ports for multiplayer and live service. And I was going to look this up. I like how it said look up stats in my notes, and then I forgot to do it. And I almost just typed in look up stats into Google.
It's been a long day. It's been a day. We're fine.
All right. Copies sold. But anyway, so people were... All right, so...
Yes.
Helldivers 2, 12.7 million.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Horizon Zero Dawn, 4.5 million.
All right.
God of War, 4.2. Days Gone, 3.4. Spider-Man Remastered, 2.7. It's generated about 1.5 billion. Now...
Yep.
I wouldn't blame them, honestly, if they didn't do it, because I don't know if in the long run for every single game that it works, but live service does. And people were saying, hey, doesn't this kind of fuck over Nixxes? They literally just bought them for the purpose of making PC ports. And no, because they're the ones that were mostly responsible for remastering the Horizon Zero Dawn. So they do work besides that.
Yeah.
And they're going to try and have other live services because God knows they can't help themselves. But yeah, I would find it really funny if they did, because the whole big thing of like, we have the ROG Ally, we have all your PlayStation games now, and then all of a sudden they just took that off and they went, oh, I bought a $1,000 handheld so I could say I had 7 PlayStation games and now I don't.
Yeah.
But hey, guys, everybody makes smart decisions. Just like the new Xbox CEO, this statement made my day. There has been nothing on my Twitter of, we hear you, exclusives and Xboxes are going to be important again, and Asha is saying, we hear you, commenting on all these people's posts, and all of the Xbox diehards going, yes! Our new person's boot to lick tastes fantastic and it smells like exclusives! Then she says, confirms there's no immediate changes for their multi-platform strategy. We're going to keep meeting players where they are. The plan's the plan until it's not the plan. We also know there's a lot of players who aren't on our console or our hardware, and I want to make sure they get games too. So...
So she said absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah.
So in other words, hey guys, maybe it wasn't Sarah Bond that was pushing that, and maybe we shouldn't have thrown the black woman under the bus.
Nope.
Did anybody notice how she wasn't at the big celebration that Phil Spencer got?
Yeah.
I'm not
I certainly did.
I'm not saying 2 + 2 = 4, but it equals racism. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's really not good. That doesn't look good at all. The fact that they got rid of her, the fact that they also got rid of her and then hired a white woman doesn't.
Yeah,
well, I'm sorry. Great. She quit. I still believe that was you're gonna get fired on Tuesday. Do you want to quit now?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe
it definitely was.
All right.
I mean, it even was for Phil. I'm sure.
Oh, 100%. He just got to retire.
Oh, the one thing that I did want to add about the PlayStation, the single player PC ports and stuff, that's something where I can kind of see both sides of that. Like, I would like them to continue to release on PC, even if it takes like a year between, like, you know how we did with Rebirth and with Spider-Man 2 and everything and God of War. But like, I would like that to continue, but if it's not serving their bottom line, then it makes sense that they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah. And again, this is nothing confirmed. It's just a rumor. So
yeah, it's just a rumor. So who knows?
And I could see them possibly doing it for console strength.
I can see that.
For wanting to sell more, stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right. This is not news, but I just thought this was kind of cool. From Dexter, they had a recent poll that found the most popular romance options in games. Here are the top 10 going down. Garrus Vakarian.
Nice.
Karlak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Judy Alvarez.
Judy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Triss Marigold.
Yeah.
Liara Tassoni. Tally fucking Zora!
I'm shocked that she's higher than both Liara and Garrus. I'm shocked.
I am,
but you know what?
It makes me happy.
It makes me happy, and I'm glad. Yeah, Liara too. Judy was a bit lower on that list than I expected. Judy's awesome. I was too. I don't know what people are thinking. Anyway,
then Morgan from Dragon Age. That one kind of shocked me. Yep. Got Pan Am Palmer.
Pan Am. Okay, I can see Pan Am. Yeah.
Yes, and then we had Shadowheart, and the number one was Yennefer.
Of course, Shadowheart. Yeah. Everybody loves a brat. Yennefer.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a girl in black lace. Not gonna lie.
Makes sense.
Has anybody seen the very first scene of The Witcher 3?
Yes.
Oh! That is a beautiful woman. All right, so
do you want to talk about Resident Evil 9 or
Yeah, I'm good with that. Well, I'm good with that. I was cutting that down. Okay, so do you want to talk spoilers or do you just want to talk what you played? Because I'm not going to do spoilers
because to me it's about the journey. It's about the journey anyway.
All right, everyone, shut the fuck up. I parried a rocket in this game with a hatchet.
Greatest game of all time.
10 out of 10, no notes.
Okay, so, but being honest with you, I'm telling you right now, everyone, Umbriel was there. I'm telling you right now, everyone who watches this podcast, I hemmed and hawed for a while, and it was probably unbelievably tiring to a degree. I will admit, but I'll do it again. And I'm going to tell you, my feelings were vindicated in a bunch of points with some stuff that Leon does once you reach Raccoon City. But I parried a fucking rocket with a hatchet! Okay, so I'm going to openly admit, I was not a giant fan. I liked 7. I wasn't a giant fan of going first person because I generally like third person. And then I just got used to it for 8. In my opinion, 9 is the best version of the first person they've ever done.
Yeah, it really is. It's so creepy. It's really well done.
It's really well done. The Rhodes Center Medical Facility, or Rhodes Hill, I can't remember what it's called, is unbelievable. Now, I will say, they oversell the people remember themselves part of the zombies. Like, a couple of them have lines, like the cook, those 2 singers that you interact with, which are really cool and they have notes about. Grace, I am calling it right now, and I'm telling you, I am already thinking of how I'm going to explode when this woman gets robbed. But Grace's voice actress, if she does not fucking win voice actor of the year, I'm gonna kill someone. I have finished this game. I've seen worse performances in large Hollywood blockbusters from 20-year veterans in voice acting than this fucking woman pulled off.
100%. No, I knew I knew from the minute that they did the flashback scene where she like lost her mother and she was just freaking out. I was like, oh yeah, I love this. I love this character already, and I love this voice actress. Like she did a fantastic job.
I don't know if I'm going hyperbole, and I might take this back. I genuinely think that might have been the best voice acting in a Resident Evil game ever.
Possibly. Big ups to Nicole Tompkins, though.
I love Nicole Tompkins, but she, and this is nothing against Nicole, Grace had a lot to chew on in this game.
She did. Yeah, she had the best material, that's for sure.
The best material. And there is a thing in this. You fucker and also cry twice in this game.
Also, what am I? Maggie Robertson.
Maggie Robertson, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Grace Roads Medical Hospital is fantastic.
Yeah.
There is stuff that they do once you reach Raccoon City that anyone who says that they could never remake Resident Evil 6, crumple that into a ball, throw it over there. Because there is a section that they do in the end of RE9 that is just one of the worst sections committed to a Resident Evil game in 6, and I had an erection the entire time. I'm just going to throw that out there. That was one of the best sections I played in a Resident Evil game, and it handled like fucking smooth as butter. Mm-hmm. Everything with Leon is out of control. Again, I parried a fucking rocket with a hatchet. But and you have sections where you free roam Raccoon City. You get to replay some bosses in different ways. You also get to have boss fights that we've never had. They do for people that aren't going to understand how I'm going to describe this. People give a lot of props to Devil May Cry 5 because of the unbelievable uptake and story that it did. Which, the other games had stories, but it was never to this degree of how intense it was with everything. This is the DMC5 equivalent story-wise, and gameplay-wise, too, for the uptake of it for the Resident Evil franchise.
Yeah.
And I got a grand total. I believe my ticker was way wrong, because my playtime, according to the PlayStation, and according to my Twitch length of videos, is 15 hours, but it said that my run was 10. Anyone who said this game was too short has never played a Resident Evil game before.
Yeah.
It's not Resident Evil. They're not long.
80-hour long games.
I mean, Resident Evil 6 has 4 campaigns, but other than that, but yeah, it's all of your enemies so fantastic. This is some of the best sound design in a game I've ever played.
Oh god, the sound design is great.
And
just visually.
Oh yeah. I was talking with someone on my Twitch the other day about how, you know how we still haven't had a game that's like some games that look as good as Arkham Knight did on the PS4?
Yeah.
That's this game for the PS5.
Yeah, that is this game. Yeah.
That chunk where you're walking through I can't remember what the name of the town is, where you go into the old hotel where Renwood or Renford? Renwood,
yes.
That city
tongue-tied already
should not look that good.
No, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't be physically possible for it to look that good.
RE Engine, man. I tell you what, I was having like flashbacks of like Cyberpunk, just walking through the city when that game actually, when they fixed everything and fixed all the bugs and everything, and it just looks like I was having flashbacks of Cyberpunk. It looks better. If we get a Cyberpunk sequel that literally looks like this game, that's going to be like a hell of a great looking game.
Yeah. This is why not everything needs to run on Unreal Engine 5.
No. If you get proprietary engines like this, absolutely. Use them.
Like, get some people to rent this out like fucking Kojima does with the Decima engine.
Yep.
They could do some shit. Yeah, the structure, the bouncing back and forth between Leon and Grace, the fact that you go through the same building in third person and it feels like you're playing a different video game as Leon is crazy. I don't know how they pulled that off.
I don't know how they did it.
And
I'm like 3 hours in, so I'm not like super far into it, maybe 2.5, because I did play a little bit last night.
Yep.
Before I did stream, but just to get a feel of what it was. but like the music too.
Mm-hmm.
Like not just the sound design, which is excellent. This needs to go on a game of the year list already. It's just that
Fucking A,
good.
it is.
And like the visual design of everything, and you going through that city in the opening part, I was like, I was just immersed. I was impressed as hell by that.
Oh yeah.
And I love the fact that it's such a balanced campaign. The pacing in this game is immaculate because of the way that they dole out things to you as Grace and the way that they dole out things as Leon is fantastic. And the fact that you play through as Grace and it's just it's just all horror. And it's just completely terrifying. It's great. There were a couple of things where it's just like something just fell in front of me, and I was like, because I'm playing in first person, I'm like, oh shit, like it actually was shocking. It was more scary to me than Alan Wake 2 was with the jump scares and everything. I was like more scared by this game
multiple times. Oh yeah,
yeah, I know. And
the hag, that nemesis creature crawling around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy God. I mean, I'm just like, first of all, I love Grace. I love her so much. Like, she's a fantastic character. She's super, like, just you're just able to really like empathize with her from like minute one. So they did a great job of establishing who she is and her character. And when you play as Leon, it's action movie time. You are just in full on control of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Commando. That is what you are doing as Leon. Leon's fucking goated from this game. I tell you what, like, as much as Jill is and as much as Claire is for sure, and Chris the boulder puncher, of course, will always be. But like the four of them are the goats, man. Leon is incredible in this game. The music in his opening section where he's going through the streets, the music was like getting me. I was like, what the hell am I playing? The hatchet was amazing. The first time I busted out a multi-hit combo with the hatchet, I was like, I felt like Max did when he saw that. I was like,
hatchet when he has the whetstone,
to sharpen it. Incredible! That's such a great thing. And then the fact that you can throw the other hatchets that you find on the ground or whatever, you can throw like an axe if you find it on the ground and he auto targets because he's a badass. He auto targets for you. It's amazing.
Fiona, you haven't gotten to it yet, but there's a portion. There's a portion once you get to Raccoon City where you get like a Spa shotgun because you can unlock other weapons. He does the John Wick tilt the gun over into the action reload where you put the shells in with the gun upside down. There's there's so many of them that just went, what if John Wick had that gun, what would you do? And they just like started programming. There's so much of it.
Dude, the kills that he can do on zombies now, incredible. Incredible. These guys took what was popular about RE4 and they ratcheted it up, man. It's just amazing. They did such a great job with this game. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It is definitely Game of the Year contender. I will say that immediately.
Yeah,
it's so good.
I'm preempting you all right now. If we get to the Game Awards and GTA releases this year, if we get to the Game Awards and that thing's up for Game of the Year and Resident Evil is as well and Resident Evil wins, I'm going to blow this microphone clean out of existence. There will not be a capacitor possible to handle the fucking yell that is going to emit from my body. It may be the last thing I ever say. And we're probably going to have Helen along with us on that stream. You're never going to shut us up.
Oh, yeah. I know. Dude. Well, I don't think you even got to worry about GTA 6 coming out this year. I don't think that's going to happen. And secondly,
I want it to. I want it to come out just to lose Game.
Honestly, at this point, if GTA comes out before 2028, I'll be surprised.
Same.
Either way, it's just there's so many good things. Like there is a spoiler at the end of this game that I am waiting to change my Facebook header before Helen finishes the game because I don't want to spoil it.
Okay. Yeah.
They pull a thing on you where there's also two endings technically. They pull a RE7 on you.
Okay.
But I won't spoil exactly what it is. but they do a thing in here that I was hoping could happen, and they fake you out that this is no longer a possibility, and then at the end, you find out it does happen, and then they give you just one of the most wholesome fucking scenes on the planet that a Resident Evil character's ever had, and then it cuts to a picture. And I started fucking crying.
Mm.
It was just so simple, so well done, and
Mm.
they've been making these games for 30 years.
Yeah,
And they're still finding
Jesus.
ways to make these games this good.
Yep. Yeah. Capcom, hats off to you guys.
They are
Yeah.
my favorite developer for a reason. They are good
I
at
can see why.
everything they do.
Um,
And if the
keep going,
rumor's
keep
true,
going.
if the rumor is true, again, rumor is true. One of the rumors going around from people data mining is that there's possibly a DLC getting worked on. Again, rumor.
Okay.
Where there might be people of Chris's crew being around Jill going through some shit in Raccoon City.
Ooh.
Because I will tell you, when I said people should have been in this game and they aren't,
Mm.
there is egregious to almost disgusting levels of erasing Jill and Claire from the existence of this game.
Really?
To the point of where it actually actively pissed me off on screen. Do you know that
Okay.
Sherry's in the game?
Yeah.
There is a chunk where you're back in the area where RE2 happens,
Mm.
and
Mhm.
Leon and Sherry are having full-on conversations the entire time.
Mm.
Claire's name is never mentioned fucking once.
That doesn't seem right.
Sherry thanks Leon for helping her through that night.
That doesn't seem
And
right.
they go into the jail, and you get flashbacks of all these characters except Jill. And you go through areas from RE3, or except Claire, and then they never mention Jill.
What?
The only place that you see Jill is you see her beret on the desk in a star's office.
What
There
is
is
happening there?
active female erasure in this game. It's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, not a good look.
That's
not
not
a good
at
look.
all.
And like the rumor is that Code Veronica's the next remake, but that still makes no sense why both of them were not mentioned when you're in Raccoon City.
Unless they're pulling a whole unreliable narrator kind of a thing.
Well, I don't know what it would be, because the only two people are there are the two people that lived through the situation. It's literally Sherry and Leon talking to each other over over a comm system about how the night went down, and they never mentioned Claire one time.
That's really weird. I don't know
It's
what to make of that.
It's incredibly weird. It's the one part that actively pissed me off. Like, actively fucking irritated me. Game is a 9.5 out of 10. If they would have fixed that horse shit, it would have been a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
but-
I can see that. I
All
can see
right.
that. Yeah, for sure. There's a couple of other things that I wanted to bring up really
Yeah,
quickly
go ahead. Go ahead.
before moving on. Guys, don't buy Marathon. Look, I'm just gonna say right now. So like, okay. So here's the thing. So Pringle, who is in the chat right now, and myself, we played through some Marathon games also, and I did play through some the previous day before she and I played together, and there are elements of it that I really like. Once we got past that whole, controversial thing where they stole somebody's artwork, which, by the way, Bungie, shame on you.
Yeah.
But I mean, because look, the main reason I say that is because Bungie has excellent fucking art direction and excellent
do.
design directors. I don't know what the fuck we're doing, stealing somebody else's artwork and not giving them credit for it, allegedly or whatever. I mean, I know that they settled that, which is good, but when I look at the design of this game, I love it. Like I love this world. that they've created for Marathon. I love the dark tone of it. I love the art direction. I love the design direction. I love the music. The presentation for this game is actually quite fucking great. The gameplay itself is pure extraction shooter. It is all about tension. It is not about the actual fights. A lot of the time what happened is you have people that are just camping around the bots, somehow staying out of the bots' field of view so that they can just basically, if any players come around and start killing the bots, then you get killed in turn because the players that are there, the team that are there, they're just hiding. They know once you go in and kill the bots that you are there and ready to be just third partied essentially and taken out.
Mhm.
But so I didn't like the whole extraction shooter-ness of it, if you want to say that. I wish that they had come up with a single player, just a single player redux of Marathon and brought it into like a modern, like essentially just remade the old games if they
Yeah.
wanted to really do that, or make a sequel that's like super awesome. Do the Dune 2016 thing with the game. Yeah, my guard is getting shut down.
It is getting
Yes,
shut
correct.
down.
Correct. Yeah.
What the thing I'm going to bring
Didn't
up,
see
by
that
the way,
coming.
that we were talking about during the Alan Wake that I forgot to bring up, which is really
Yeah.
weird, and why I believe that it got this final spot, because
Yeah.
supposedly that game was secretly funded by Tencent.
Mm,
So Jeff was probably told it was going to be a big deal because it was funded by Tencent.
probably. But yeah. So anyway, with Marathon though, I will say that there's like moments where they introduce the factions in the game and everything, and those faction like introductions are super cool. That game is just layered with all this like Designers Republic style like Y2K era art direction, and it makes my heart sing. Honestly, I love it so much. But the thing of it is, when you have that kind of a world that's just begging to be explored in like an immersive single player experience, and they just put it on an extraction shooter and slapped it out the door. That's the reason why I would not pay $40 for it. I wouldn't give them any support for that. Frankly, and we lost Destiny 3 because of it, on top of everything else. I just don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what Bungie's future is, but I don't think it's a fun game to play. I think that there are some things that they could have done better that would have made it more interesting. And like I said, they should have just gone with a single player version of it, and I think that would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do not have the PvE story segment. Thank you. Yes, I know. I agree with that. I think it's just, I think it's just kind of a waste in my opinion. Especially with that art direction and with that dark tone. If they had taken Destiny and literally done like this art direction, that tone, put it in the Destiny style of gameplay, I think you would have had like a better game.
Mhm.
But anyway, it is what it is. And also, Brock, did you know that there's a game called Armistice? And it is developed by the guys who developed Godfall.
No.
And it is a roguelike, I should say, roguelite.
Oh, wait.
Third-person shooter.
I might know what you're talking about.
It's a Steam Next Fest demo. There's a Steam Next Fest demo out. The demo's like 60 gigs, man.
Shit!
It is worth playing because they give you like a big slice of the game, and on top of that, fidelity wise and everything, it's like a finished product. Like other than some stuttering and things like that in the cinematics, and other than like maybe some enemy variation that they could have done a little bit better on, I think that game is one of the best demos I've ever played out of Steam Next Fest, in my opinion.
Damn.
It's so good. And like maybe they could have come up with a slight more variation in terms of not just enemies, but also like environmental design. But in terms of the actual shooting, like the gunplay and everything, it's awesome. It reminds me of Godfall in the sense that Godfall was not like a bad playing game.
No.
I don't know. Like, I know people got really irritated at it for whatever reason. I think to me, it's just this game, because it's a shooter, it kind of fixes a lot of like maybe the repetition or whatever that people were having a problem with. So yeah, it's a very good demo. I think it's still up on the Steam store. So if you get a chance to play it and you have 60 gigs free,
Good lord.
yeah, it's like a huge demo, but it's actually really cool. I liked it.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'm sorry if I'm going to mispronounce your name here. Vartaris. You are absolutely correct. I agree with you, 100%.
Yep. Yeah,
Sorry
it's
if I
like
mispronounced your name, by the way.
It's like Overwatch over again. Mike, I'm going to assume
Yeah.
you put that Scrubs thing in there.
Yes. So last week, the season 10 of Scrubs premiered on ABC and Hulu. First 2 episodes are out, and a new one is coming out tomorrow. And as someone who is a big fan of the original series when it was on the air and on multiple reruns and rewatches, I really like these first 2 episodes. There's only one tiny subplot that I'm not into.
And I already know what it is.
yeah. Bree knows already what I'm talking about, but
I don't even watch Scrubs, and I know what you're talking about.
But like, other than that, it really does feel like they just picked up right where they left off, just 15 years later. I mean, it also kind of helps that Zach Braff and Donald Faison have been doing the Fake Doctors, Real Friends podcast, so they know this show by heart because they've been rewatching it through their podcast.
Nice.
But yeah, if you're a fan and you haven't seen the show yet, definitely check it out.
Hello, puppy.
Elfie's just on one tonight.
Yeah, apparently. All right, so I will save that until Keanu gets back. So Scary Movie 6 trailer.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I mean, I laughed more than I didn't. I'm not the biggest fan of. No, I fucking hate Scary Movie 4. But
what are you talking about? There's no Scary Movie 4.
You're right. My mistake. I just dropped that. No, the first 2 are like they're not my favorite like parody movies, but for what they are, they're pretty entertaining. And I like the Wayne, like the other Wayans brothers movies a little bit more.
Here's the thing. I love the first 2, and I'm glad that this literally feels like they are just making the movie like it came out after the last one. This feels like that same time period. And I know there's giant chunks of this movie that are going to upset people. And I know there's giant chunks of this trailer that upset people. And you know what? That's what this fucking movie's supposed to do. Sorry to tell you, it's supposed to upset you. They're going to say things you don't like. And I'm sorry, if you can't put up with it, then maybe you shouldn't be watching some movies. Now, I will say the giant problem that happened with these movies, and I've talked about this ad nauseum with people, but I don't think I've ever talked about it in here, is what went wrong is the wrong people weren't involved anymore, but also they stopped being parody movies and they started becoming reference movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's why the writing just went from like, yeah, we're making some jokes that are pretty offensive to remember that one scene from Stewie and Brian like Road to the Multiverse? They go to the robot chicken place, and Chris just says like, He-Man, Transformers, G.I. Joe, references!
Yeah, it became, we're putting out a movie it became like a annual release, and you just had to have a movie come out that made fun of the movies that were out the previous year.
And then that was your material. Got worse and worse.
Oh, 100% worse. Like, the only one that I genuinely enjoyed after it got out of scary movies was the superhero movie. There's a line in that fucking movie that made me piss myself laughing the first time I watched it. Who's the guy that plays Shooter McGavin?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
she's the villain who's called the Hourglass, and then Drake Bell is in it, and he's called the Dragonfly. And there's a scene in there where he has these shurikens that are in the shape of hourglasses, and he holds this, and he's like, "This is something metal. It can cut through diamonds." And then Drake Bell goes, "I'm not wearing any diamonds."
God.
Oh, it's so great. And then he throws one of them at the wall, and it makes an explosion hole in the shape of an hourglass, and it's right next to the explosion hole where he entered the room. That one was good. A lot of them were just fucking trash, but that one was good. Dear
Honestly,
God.
probably one of the worst ones was Epic Movie.
Oh, Epic
Oh,
Movie was
God.
bad.
It's either Epic Movie or
worse is
Disaster
I
Movie.
saw that in a theater with my mom.
Ew.
And we both just looked at each other like, hey, this wasn't good.
Yeah. Disaster Movie wasn't great either. A lot of them just lost what the thing was, because it was like, hey, slasher movie. What can we work into a slasher movie? Next one, hey, poltergeist, horror, and then 3 was more of the haunting, things like that, The Ring, other things, and then it was just, hey, what if we put Dr. Phil in there, and we just like, made some really offensive jokes at Michael Jackson's behalf. Just coming out now, we should not have ever been making fun of Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Seriously.
We don't need to get political, but let's stop doing that.
Mhm.
Is it wrong that Scary Movie is my favorite ghost face? No, it's not. This is one of my favorite ghost faces as well.
You know what's the funniest thing? Like, the What's Up has just, like, transcended so much that people forget it was from a Bud Light commercial.
Yep, everybody remembers it from that. All right, so the Mortal Kombat the newest Mortal Kombat 2 trailer came out.
Okay, I'm back. I'm going to talk about this.
I was just about to say, this looks fucking great.
It
Oh,
looks
yeah.
great, man. It looks fantastic.
Everything in it looks fucking phenomenal.
Dude, us fighting game movie fans are we're eating well this year.
Yeah, that's right. We're getting.
I don't care what
this-
anybody says. The Street Fighter movie looks fun to me. I don't care.
Looks great. You have Noah Centineo in it. What can go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong? Noah Centineo's our savior.
And like, I had like a little bit of a where I was like, Carl Urban, and then like, no, he's
that's
perfect.
Perfect.
He's fucking perfect.
He's
and-
like perfect for like dad Johnny Cage, you know?
Oh,
where it's
yeah.
just like, yeah, where it's like, you know, the guy's seen some shit. He's like over it.
Washed up actor
He's got the
Johnny
Mission
Cage.
Impossible, fake Mission Impossible DVD cover thing, whatever. Poster.
Yeah. The fact that they show him starting at a Comic-Con and no one's at his table.
I love
Just
it
like-
so much.
Oh. All the fight scenes look fantastic. They brought back Kung Lao as a revenant from the look of it because they realized
Yes.
that everybody fucking loved Kung Lao,
Yep.
I know.
which is not what happened in the games. He got shafted for Liu Kang. But,
Yeah.
man.
And then he got brought back for Mortal Kombat Conquest, but let's not talk about that.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Then we get everyone just looks so good in it. My literal only complaint, and I don't know why they did this. They nanobotted Katana's.
Oh,
mask.
Katana's like mask
Yeah,
when they had the
What?
nanobot thing.
Why did they do that? No.
it should
I
just
guess
be a
it's-
cloth.
Yeah, it's it. You know, what are you gonna do with these things? Maybe she went to the same. She went to the same assembler as Cyrax and Sector.
I don't know, but yeah,
for her
man.
mask.
When they showed Smoke and Noob split into the two warriors like it used to be in the old like PS3 and PS2 games, I was like, I was having multiple like joygasms watching this. All of the art direction looks fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, it looks
it's
so
the
good.
movie that I wish the one in 2021 had been.
And
Kind of.
It's just there. Shao Kahn, the voice that guy has for Shao Kahn.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
man.
Oh,
I you know, as much as I have to say that in terms of Shang Tsung's of the movie Shang Tsung's, I will always miss Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa. I think he's amazing. But like, you know, R.I.P. to him. But like, I think the Shao Kahn guy is definitely a step up.
From
I
the
feel like it's gonna be
original.
good. Well,
It is
Hey, now.
glorious!
it is glorious. I kind of love that guy. I'm not gonna lie. He was.
I
you
go
know,
back and watch that clip like every
he
once
was
in a
into
while
it.
just because I love it so much.
They have
know,
to have him
it's so
say that
amazing.
line somehow. They have to have him say that line.
Earth is under attack, and it
It
is
is
Glorious! Yeah.
Dude.
It looks so good.
That movie
God, it
is
looks
so
so good.
terrible.
But
it's the best
Why do I
kind of
love
terrible.
it so much? Why do
But
I
it's-
kind of love it? It's so
But it's
bad.
so good.
Baraka has like a 6-second cameo in that movie.
Yeah, so does my favorite ninja Ermac before he gets like
Ermac
hit with a
gets-
hammer.
Destroyed.
You remember how bad Shevel looks in that movie?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I
God.
know. Oh my gosh.
Where she had her floating rib arms.
My favorite line of all time from that movie. Too bad you
Will die.
will die.
I had a massive crush on her when I was younger. I don't know why. Oh, I had a massive crush on her.
I kind of had a crush on that Jade.
Remember how much
the
of a-
actress who played Jade?
Oh yeah, remember
I
how
was
much
like,
of a douchebag Nightwolf was in those movies?
Find your animality, Luke Kang.
Find your inner animality. Good lord. All right,
Oh
so
my god.
we're going from a good thing to a bad thing here.
Here we go.
So Netflix
Mm.
lost. Paramount Global has
Oh.
officially won the bidding war for Warner Brothers after Netflix pulled out, stating that the acquisition was no longer financially viable. As I believe the
Yeah.
grand total got up to $108 billion.
110.
It sure did.
110. How much did Disney buy
I think
Fox
it ended
for?
up being about 80 billion.
I thought it was like 73 or 78.
Something like that.
I thought
And
that
here-
amount of
here's
money was
here's
just
the thing, like
unreal.
I can't even get mad at Netflix because not even like the business thing. I think they just saw the writing on the wall, and at that point, it just no longer became worth it. Especially since, again, they only wanted like basically HBO Max and HBO and like the film studio.
Yep.
Yeah, they weren't after literally fucking everything.
Yeah.
I know what this here's like if there's like I don't know if optimism's the right word, but let's just say divine comedy sort of way is that Netflix still ends up buying these assets pennies on the dollar when this new abomination of a company inevitably gets run into the ground.
Yeah, and I'm going to go through the
Oh god.
we're gonna go through some statements from
This is
Mr.
ridiculous.
Zasloff. David Zasloff says the Warner Brothers Paramount acquisition will create tremendous value for shareholders. No fucking shit.
No shit.
You mean
We-
the value of stocks that he just sold?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
We are excited about the potential of a combined Paramount, Skydance, and Warner Brothers Discovery that and can't wait to get started working together, telling stories to move the world. But then we move down a little bit further. Leaked audio from a company-wide meeting has revealed David Zasloff thinks it will take at least 12 to 6 months for Warner Brothers' deal to close. This deal may not close. If it doesn't close, we get $7 billion and we get back to work. If this does not close and Netflix buys it anyway, I might need a respirator for how hard I'm going to laugh.
And you know what? David Zaslav, making $7 billion by literally doing money would be the most David Zaslav thing to have ever happened.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're not wrong.
totally.
You're not wrong. Yeah, it's
So does this mean that the axe of Zaslav is actually gonna axe himself?
maybe.
Except
I
with a
don't
golden parachute, of course, and getting out of there just being like
gonna get
immensely
Triple
richer.
H's golden shovel. God,
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right,
Oh,
are we ready to
God.
run down the list of everything that, if this deal goes through, Paramount now owns?
Skydance, TikTok,
Mhm.
Fandango, Rotten Tomatoes, DC Studios, Oracle, HBO, CNN, CBS, Showtime, TBS, Comedy Central, TNT, Paramount Plus, TLC, HGTV, Nickelodeon, I don't know what that BNR
Bleacher
is.
Report.
Bleacher Report, Cartoon Network, Animal Planet, CBS Sports, Adult Swim, HBO Max,
Boomerang.
Boomerang, sorry, Cinemax, Cooking TV, Pluto TV, Discovery, Food Network, Science, CW, Travel, BET, MTV, God knows that's valuable, and VH1. And some major franchises: Harry Potter, Mad Max, The Conjuring, Matrix, It, Lord of the Rings, Gremlins, Mission Impossible, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Game of Thrones, True Detective, Sopranos, The Wire, Mortal Kombat, Transformers, The Flash, Aquaman, Joker, Harley Quinn, DC, Shazam, Green Lantern, Shazam, Teen Titans, Justice League, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Dexter, Yellowstone, Star Trek, A Quiet Place, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Paranormal Activity, Cloverfield, G.I. Joe, Rugrats, Avatar, Garfield, Jimmy Neutron, Blue's Clues, Sonic the Hedgehog, Top Gun, Scooby-Doo, SpongeBob, Jackass, Looney Tunes, Dora the Explorer, and last but not least, Fairly Odd Parents.
That is too much. Too much for one family to own.
And look, I'm not a Disney apologist or anything, but I feel like this is what people thought, like, the totality of, like, the Disney box merger was going to be. But here's
you know what? You know who the Ellisons are? They are, or at least they're trying to be, the Murdochs of the 2020s.
But here's the thing with the Murdochs. They got out of the media business for a reason and refocused most of their assets towards sports.
Yep.
And like the network channel. Like there's a reason why they did that.
They were better off for it. Yeah, it's disheartening, to say the least.
Depressing.
It's very, very, very.
Also, can you imagine them merging HBO Max into Paramount Plus like they're going to?
Oh my god, that UI will be a nightmare.
That UI is a nightmare already. I hate Paramount Plus.
It is awful.
It's garbage UI. It's a garbage experience to play anything on that stupid ass app. It is one of the worst things that I have to deal with. That anybody who watches streaming services has to deal with. Paramount Plus. My God, I'm lucky I'm not paying for it, honestly. Or well, I kind of am, but it's included.
If you're gonna combine the two, at least combine Paramount Plus into HBO.
Put
Max
it in HBO.
It should be Paramount Max.
Paramax.
Paramax. That sounds like a late night porn channel.
You know,
like Skinamax back in the day.
Remember when HBO used to have just softcore porn? Like not even shows, just
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was many nights where I was just like watched one thing and then walked back and whoa! I was very young going, what the fuck is that? And Mom's like, what are you watching? Not this shit! I don't know what this is! We were watching Terminator, what the hell is this? There's different aliens, there's different types of machines, Mom, I'm scared.
Oh no! Heisers. Game of Thrones was tame in comparison.
No,
we're talking about the late 90s, early 2000s.
It was straight up porn. Like, there was no age restriction, no nothing. You just walked in and it was just happening.
It wasn't just like an elegantly framed butt shot. No, that's not what was happening here.
You were watching straight up Bush. Like, you walk in, and I'm not talking about the president, just coming in, just fucking, you saw everything. It was, yeah, no. Game of Thrones has a story. This one
there's like a kind of story, when a mommy and a daddy get together and they love each other very much.
When you invite over the plumber and you can't pay the bill, oh no, what am I gonna do? How can I ever repay you, Mr. Sins?
Well, we could put it on a payment plan.
Yeah, or we're gonna clean your pipes. You're not right. That's what I want on a throw pillow. Straight up Bush, and I ain't talking about the president. but they were taking down some towers. Let me I'm sorry.
They were
God.
they were looking in some caves for some,
there was some
terrorist
tomb rain
activity.
going on. There was some seekers of truth up in there.
Damn it, I was about to say that.
They were looking for some oil in foreign lands, if you're catching my drift.
They were trying to find
Weapons of mass destruction.
They was trying to find a special spot. It's almost impossible to see. It's like very deep in the cave. A cave of wonders.
This is something I have to show every time we talk about this. Because I love this just so much. This is my favorite thing to ever talk about whenever we're on this subject with people around. Hey guys, for everybody at home that doesn't know, it's right there. It's right there. The spot you want to hit is right there.
Yep.
Where's my mouse? I was very high on life and was describing that to some new cosplay. And then just as I say it, there she is. The more you know, folks. Oh man, yep, that's what it is. All right, so one fun thing that was brought back up in an interview that was from a while back that Markiplier was talking about that I thought was really good. Markiplier was talking about how he had subcontracted a VFX company for Iron Lung, but then ended up kind of going back on it because some of the what I want to say tweaks and other things would have just been better to bring in on his own thing. So he was talking about how he basically made his entire bathroom into a render farm.
Damn.
He's like, I spent 3 to 6 months collecting old servers on eBay, and I turned my bathroom into a render farm. And I was listening to an old clip of Distractable, and he's like, the first month that thing was up and running fully, his electric bill for 1 month was $4,000.
Jesus.
Damn.
It was worth it though. It's awesome. It was really good.
Yeah, the every new thing I'm hearing about Iron Lung after seeing the movie, it's regardless of what I thought of it, I thought the movie was overall good. Kind of dragged in the first half, but really picked up in the second half.
The middle chunk where he's in the cave after he gets dropped by that thing and grabbed, I felt that could have been maybe 10 minutes shorter.
Yeah, but as far as the production of the thing and just how much of Markiplier's own money he sunk into this,
And it
really paid off.
And he also openly said that once they got all the money back from the cuts and the shares in the theaters and all that, he literally just looked at what everybody got paid and then 100'd it and gave it to them as a bonus.
Yeah, my respect for Markiplier just went up tenfold.
Oh, absolutely. All right, so we don't talk about politics much, but this is something that could affect people if this goes to more places. The enlightened politicians of the UK are preparing to improve streaming services with a new regulation. Some little rules that could reach the rest of the world one day. Content that may harm physical, mental, or moral development of minors under 18 will have to be restricted. If not properly restricted, it may be removed from the platform. Age verification will be mandated to access this type of content. New rules for certain types of material will be implemented, and heavy fines will be for those who fail to comply.
Ooh. Yeah, this...
And I love that when you look this up, the first thing it's talking about is anime.
Of course it is. Of fucking course it is.
According to the official announcement, so-called Tier 1 on-demand programming services will be subject to stricter standards aimed at protecting the public from harmful and offensive content.
That's rich, considering the BBC didn't do such a great job of that last weekend.
No,
they didn't. Another key point is the possible of penalties. If regulators Ofcom finds out violations, they may issue formal notices, demand content removal, or impose fines of up to 5% of the company's relevant revenue, or 250,000 euro, whichever's higher. Although Crunchyroll does not disclose their numbers by country, this company has surpassed over 130 million registered users worldwide, which the UK as being a major market suggests it likely falls under Tier 1. New guidelines will still depend on final publication of the standards code. Expected in winter of 2026 will enforce anticipated 2027. Platforms will have a transition period to comply.
That is just. You guys are talking about the whole censorship thing, right?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I feel like I've entered some kind of weird time warp back when they were talking about games and stuff in the 90s. Like it just feels so freaking weird.
How games were the reasons for school shootings.
Oh
only?
yeah, for everything. They were the reasons for everything. They did this with comics in the 50s, for fuck's sake. Like it's just same old shit. It's a different goddamn decade, you know? I'm tired of people trying to get in my business, which is a personal thing because that's what I've been dealing with for the past few days. But like I'm sick and tired of like other people just being like, who made you the arbiters of fucking morality? Who the fuck did that?
And not only that,
Tell me that.
Not only that, they're like addressing the wrong problems, or
yes,
or they're at least blaming the wrong people for even if they like if there's a degree of truth to what they're trying to accomplish, they're doing it in like the completely wrong way.
100%.
It's like we're going backwards, guys. What are we doing?
It's the material that's making the world fucked up, not us addressing why people are getting more fucked up easily.
I agree, Elfie.
Because, like, I grew up as a kid watching murder mysteries with my mom.
Yeah.
I grew up at my cousin's house, who were 16 years older than me, who had to babysit me when my mom was going through the divorce and working really late hours, watching Nightmare on Elm Street,
yep,
Friday the 13th, and every horror movie you could think of.
It doesn't matter.
Don't go around killing people.
It doesn't matter either, because there's always going to be a way around it. Anyway, there's going to be ways to circumvent all of the censorship stuff. There's going to be ways that people are going to figure out and the kids are going to figure out. If you think that you're doing them any favors, you're not. You're just being an idiot.
Do you remember, how many of you guys watched Black Mirror?
Yeah, I have. I've seen some of it. I don't think I've seen all of it.
Don't remember what season it was, but it's reminding me of this. There's a season where this girl, I believe it was a girl, but the parent implanted a chip into the kid, and it was like a parental guidance, like sensory chip, basically.
Yeah.
And it could censor what the kid was allowed to see. And like the kid was very young, and the grandparent of this kid that was helping watch it like went over and cracked its head. But the kid didn't know anything was wrong because this chip was not allowing them to see blood because blood is bad.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
So the kid just let the grandparent die and didn't freak out because it wasn't seeing it. And then there was something else at school that went bad, and then the kid finds out about this chip and goes fucking mental on their parents because you're like not letting me see natural things in the world. You need to see some things that are bad. Now, you don't need to go out and start searching gore on the internet, but okay, this is going to come from a child of abuse, so y'all, there is a difference between abusing your child and disciplining them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We have taken away all forms of discipline because you're going to get taken to Child Protective Services if you try and tell your kid no.
And in talking about this, we have erased all forms of nuance.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So it's now you either are a yes and to your kid about everything, or you're a fucking asshole dictator to your kids. And we're taking away all of this stuff where, well, again, I was raised on some violent things. I didn't turn out to be a fucking murderer. But you know what's happening more and more often? There's more and more fucking iPad kids to where no one's raising these children. You're sticking a screen in front of their face 24 hours a day. And then magically, these kids are finding things on this they shouldn't be watching, and you're getting mad at the iPad instead of you for not raising your fucking child.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That is content they shouldn't be finding, but yet you're leaving them on this machine all day long and not raising them like you should be.
It's the same thing that happened 30 years ago.
Yeah. Do you know what I did as a kid? My mom didn't know where I was for 12 hours straight some days. Said, I'm going to go hang out with my friends. Cool. Be back before dark. That would be 8 in the morning. I would be back at 9 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
And I was fine. We drank out of a hose. Yes, I know it's a meme, but sometimes your parents just locked you outside because they didn't want to deal with you.
Yeah.
And then they're like, why'd you drink out of a hose? Because my mom wouldn't let me back in. We went to play outside for a while. Go live. It's everyone else's fault for why their kid is messed up. It's never yours.
Yep.
And then everyone else needs to suffer for it because you're a shit parent. I know, and I've said this on this podcast, I'm pretty sure, the German in me comes out when I say this, I've been told. But once you're able to produce slimmers, you should get clamped. And then when you can prove you would be a functioning, brain-adequate member of society, you can apply to be unclamped. And do you know how many kids that just want to go have sex would sign up for that? We'd have less bad children being raised, and natural selection would take care of the rest of it.
Yep.
Why do you need more testing to drive a vehicle than to raise another human being?
Yep.
100%.
100%. You don't need to do
100%.
anything. And one thing that needs to get brought back too, we need to bring back bullying.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, if every now and then they just got punched in the fucking face, would be a little bit different.
Yep.
And that's coming from a kid that got heavily bullied when he was younger.
I mean, to be fair, I think it is coming back. Again, not to get political, but there was, let's just say, a viral video that involved, sucking a kid in the face, and the kid just got 2 days suspension.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
I get that.
Which was deserved, but also that's not really a punishment.
It's not really a punishment, but the problem is, I can't sock all the stupid people through a TV through a tweet. And that's where all this comes from. There's become way too much protection for you to be an unfiltered, useless fuckboy in every facet without getting the possibility of getting yourself put in a situation where if you tried saying this stuff in real life, you would get your teeth knocked through the back of your fucking head.
I keep thinking about that
better
clip.
off for it.
Remember that clip we talked about a while ago of Jason Kelsey taking someone's phone and just smashing it to the ground?
And somehow people thought Jason was the one who was in the wrong there?
That's the problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything you do wrong or anything that... Here's the thing, too. Not getting political here, but every time someone doesn't do a thing you like, it is the highest form of hyperbole is what that person is. They're not just being normal, they're not doing anything. That person's to this, that person's to that. They should be shot or put in jail because they are this thing that was in history that was a horrible thing, and they need to be off the face of the earth because they didn't do the thing I liked. Maybe you were being a dickhead and they just told you no. No, I'm correct and they're wrong. That's what it is. They're wrong. I will be right back.
Okay. Well,
every time the Cody Rhodes gets me. Every time.
Every time.
Every time. Works 100% of the time. 100% of the time.
All right, so while Brock's away, I'm going to quickly go over some awards talk because the guilds are happening. Over the weekend, we had the Producers Guild Awards and the 32nd Actor Awards, which formerly known as the Screen Actors Guild Awards. So, I'll go over these ones really quick. Outstanding performance by a male actor in a leading role. The winner, Michael B. Jordan from Sinners.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Probably the most hell yeah award of that night. Outstanding performance by a female actor in a leading role, Jessie Buckley for Hamnet, as expected. Outstanding performance by a male actor in a supporting role, Sean Penn for One Battle After Another. Yeah, no, that was kind of expected, but at the same time, Stellan Skarsgård was not nominated for the SAG, but he will be nominated for the Oscars, so we'll see how much that changes. Another fuck yeah award. Outstanding performance by a female actor in a supporting role, Amy Madigan from Weapons. And then we've got outstanding performance by a cast in a motion picture. Sinners won because, of course, it did. It's got like literally the best ensemble. And then for outstanding action performance by a stunt ensemble, Mission Impossible because, of course. And now the Producers Guild. So the winner for best picture for the Producers Guild was One Battle After Another. Outstanding producer of documentary feature, My Mom Jane, which I haven't seen yet, but must have been good enough. And then, shocker of all shocker, K-pop Demon Hunters won Best Animated Feature.
Well, here's my question for you, Mike. Because I think a lot of people, in terms of like Best Actor, thought Timothée Chalamet had this in the bag. But do we have like a competition now?
I think we do. Yeah.
What are we resetting the clock for?
K-pop Demon Hunters won best animated feature at the Producers Guild Awards.
Woo!
Yeah, Bree, to answer your question, I think it's a race now because
You know what? Honestly, because I like, I haven't seen Marty Supreme, but I love Michael B. Jordan in Sinners. Like, especially just like on a technical level. Not even counting that they're both like great performances for the two characters that he did. But I think getting the Actors Award and then everything that happened last week really bumped his stock up.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
No, I'm not just sure. Like, I think he might be peaking at the right time.
One of the reasons why my casting call question is what it is because voting for the Oscars ends on Thursday. So this will kind of be this will be really the last time that we are going into the awards like really not knowing where things are going to go, because all of these guild awards happen while the Academy is still voting. So, and because these are human beings voting for the awards, they can be influenced by current events, especially that whoopsie at the BAFTAs.
What happened at the BAFTAs?
Okay, so I'll give you the TDRL. So, what was the actor's name? But anyway, there's a guy who did a documentary himself. He has very severe Tourette's. And he requested, per his disability, please do not place me near any mics. Put me near the back of the stadium so in case I have a tic, it doesn't go off.
Yeah.
Okay, then Michael B. What was it, Michael or was it Delroy? They were both up.
I think
Sinners.
I think they were both on stage for something.
Yeah. And since he has severe Tourette's, of course, he said like the worst possible thing you could say about black people on stage.
No.
Yeah.
But it gets worse. So after that,
How?
oh, it does. So he excuses himself. He apologizes, super embarrassed. The BBC assures him that when they broadcast the awards, because they don't broadcast it live, they edit it, that any of his tics would be removed. That one was not.
But you know what was removed? Not to get political or anything, just stating what happened. They removed in the broadcast some free Palestine protesters, but of course, shockingly, they left in that tick.
And then I forget who mentioned it, but most people that I've seen in the discourse who happen to be black, they're not like upset at this guy because he has Tourette's. He literally can't help it. It's the fact that they basically took advantage of his disability and like threw him under the bus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so everything about that was just kind of a disaster. And the fallout of that has just been definitely not better.
Good Lord. Yeah. You got more to go through, or
I'm saving a question for when we get to the cast and call section, because that's my big question for which of the two front runners do you think will win Best Picture? But we'll get to that at the end.
Yeah, because I actually have kind of like a theory, because this is reminding me a lot of the 2016 awards season.
I was thinking that, and also 2019.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But we'll get to that.
All right. But since I didn't hear most of it, you're through the PGAs, the actor stuff.
Oh yeah, I can go through that one more time.
Okay. Well,
so for the Actors Awards, outstanding performance by a male actor in a leading role, that was Michael B. Jordan from Sinners. Best Actress went to Jessie Buckley from Hamnet. Best Supporting Actor, Sean Penn for One Battle After Another. Best Supporting Actress, Amy Madigan in Weapons. For Best Stunt Ensemble, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. And Outstanding Performance by a Cast in a Motion Picture, Sinners. And for the Producers Guild, I already said K-Pop Demon Hunters won for Best Animated Feature. For Documentary, My Mom Jane. And Best Picture for the PGA Awards, One Battle After Another.
Nice. All right. You guys good to go on to the other stuff, or do you got?
Yeah, well, let's go on to this other stuff, because what do you mean there's a Deadpool manga?
Yep, didn't know that existed. The Deadpool manga has officially ended after 6 years, closing with a controversial final chapter. Fans are surprised that as Deadpool blew up Shueisha's building in a dramatic act reflecting the frustration behind the series' production. The manga, a Marvel and Shueisha collaboration, faced a year-long hiatus after a cover caused problems for the publishers. In the final chapter, multiple Deadpool variants, including Sakura Spider and Thanos versions, discussed how the creator had limited control over the series, with Shueisha holding most of the power. Deadpool's explosive finale was his way of venting about these creative restrictions, giving the series a bold, memorable ending. What? Yeah, so they blew up the Shueisha building.
Only the second, Heisers?
Only the second. We got more. All right. So, One Punch and Mob Psycho creator has issued one public statement following the SA scandal involving Denton Sakosen mangaka Shuichi Yamato In his post, one wrote, "I will not team up with people who cannot clearly take a strong stance on considering sexual abuse of minors. That should be obvious. I will wait until the parties involved disclose the details. As for Shogakukan, the manga publisher, if he takes such actions, I would like to support it." One Punch Man illustrator also retweeted one's message. The controversy centers around a major publisher, Shogakukan, known for titles such as Free Ren Journeys and Inuyasha. The company recently issued a public apology through its Manga One editorial development after it revealed that Yamamoto mangaka had been rehired despite his prior conviction involving a minor. Court record states that the incident occurred in 2016 while Yamamoto was working as a part-time as a teacher. The victim, a first-year high school student at the time, later developed PTSD. Yamamoto arrested in 2020, and his manga was quietly suspended due to what was described as private trouble. In 2022, he returned to the industry under a pen name, Ichiro Hajime, and began working on a new series, Jujin Kamen, published by Manga One. On February 2026, the Sapporo District Court ruled in a civil lawsuit that Yamamoto must pay compensation to the victim. After the online backlash intensified, Manga One released an apology on February 27, 2026, admitting the rehiring of the author under an alias was a mistake and expressing regret to the victims, readers, and creators involved. His manga series has since been canceled and the distribution has been halted. I also believe that if I read correctly, that Free Run stopped letting them being distributed through that.
Yeah.
Good on them for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was ridiculous. You hire them back under a pen name? All right, one last one we got here. MangaDex has launched a paid supporters plan. They recently went corporate, becoming the MangaDex UK Ltd. The move comes from after a removal of about 7,000 titles due to DMCA takedowns. For those who don't know, it was a pirate site. The new support plan costs around $4.99 and $19.99 per month. Paying users get perks like ad-free reading, special Discord roles, and a higher API limits. The main manga content, however, remains free for everyone. Earlier in February 2026, MangaDex removed explicit titles, which upset many users. Despite the backlash, the company says these changes are needed to keep them running safely under legal pressures while they keep the core manga access free. They basically said they will not become a new Crunchyroll. Which, it's kind of crazy that a illegal manga site is trying to do that. He's like, yeah, watch cartoons online's premium subscription plan, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of other things. Did you guys
What
hear
are you thinking of?
Did you hear? Because speaking of subscriptions, did you hear about the new Windows 12 rumors?
The what?
That makes me want to puke even thinking of that as a possibility.
Okay, so this is on Tech for Gamers. So apparently Windows 12 is reportedly set for release this year as a fully modular, subscription-based, AI-focused OS. Rock.exe stopped working.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
You know, it's times like these that make me want to go do a taste testing at Smith & Wesson. And I just...
But here's like the craziest thing. They highlight that they're basically, for all the stuff of like, oh, Apple's behind or stuff, blah, 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 blah. They're basically gonna do like the Apple Glass thing that's in Tahoe. That everyone hates. I actually kind of like it, but I didn't know a lot of people don't like it.
How long was the gap between Windows 10 and 11? Does anyone know?
When did Windows 10 launch?
I don't know, but I feel like it's been Windows 10 for a while.
Yeah. Oh, hi, sirs. I will say I'm not a shill, but if you're not a rocket scientist but still want to figure out how to do boopity things with your computer and have some customization options, I switched to Mac in 2009. I never looked back.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing gaming, then...
Yeah. So it launched in July 29th of 2015.
Oh.
We got Windows 11 last year?
Yeah, that sounds about
It
right.
says Windows 11 was launched on October 5th, 2021.
Really?
Yeah, no, I remember that now.
Huh. Oh, wow. I don't remember ever. Well, maybe it's I only realized it because of how much of the badgering of, "Do you sure you want Windows 11? I sure you don't want Windows 11? Windows 11 is like really bad, but do you want it? You can drugs are bad, okay?" Like, maybe that's why I think it only came out last year because of how much I've been getting bugged about it. I don't need to think about Windows 12.
No.
Even if there's no AI in it, I don't need to be thinking about Windows 12 right now.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, but by the way, I'm just gonna post the article in the chat real quick. Here we go.
Hey guys, remember when they said that Microsoft wasn't going to put AI into everything? Yeah, good luck with Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
seriously.
that's why I thought that was relevant, especially since the new Xbox is not going to be an Xbox.
No, it's going to be what Steam already beat them to.
But I thought everything was an Xbox.
No, you silly black woman. We don't think that anymore. We fired you, remember? Oh, wait, you quit. Stop spouting that. It was your idea. We're blaming it all on you. You silly pickle. Why would we ever blame ourselves? Even though Satya Nadella was pitching that shit long before you said anything. We're just going to say you did it. Isn't that fun? You have been promoted. Oh. 2 + 2 = racism. Even Bluey is an Xbox. Everything is an Xbox except an Xbox.
Yep.
I mean, this tub of Vaseline I put on my lips is an Xbox. This random gumball machine is an Xbox. Maybe I'm an Xbox.
I was about to be, like, everything except that, and then I remembered that I sold my Series X, so I couldn't go grab it. You know how many days that I've missed my Series X since I sold that thing? 0! Microsoft has spent so much money.
When the market implodes, like, it's gonna be bad for everyone, but it'll be funny to watch Microsoft.
They will be hit the hardest, and we will laugh the loudest.
Yeah, they're gonna have, like, Enron or, like, Halliburton level meltdowns. It's gonna be great.
Oh no, why did I get clipped?
Oh, hold on. Wubbity wubbity wup is this?
Umbreon, you're terrifying me. Why did I get clipped? Oh no. Why did I get clipped? I can't. Oh no. I
Oh
can't
god, what's happening?
I don't know. I can't get the clip on my own.
oh, here. Hold on. I think I got it. Give me a sec.
Now I can. What did he do? Oh, of course he did. He did the...
God damn it.
Wait, what did he do?
He did the 2 + 2 = racism.
Oh.
Dang it. Oh, man, I forget how fast this place can get clipped. All right, so, Mike,
Speaking of racism...
Wow, what a segue. Good job, Mike.
Let's put that on a t-shirt. Mike K, speaking of racism.
Okay, anyway. So, the two front runners right now for the Oscars are One Battle After Another or Sinners. Which do you think will ultimately be the big winner?
I think it should be Sinners.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Agree too. Like, I'm not saying it like the same quality movies because I haven't seen it, but everything I've heard about One Battle After Another, I think it's a better movie than La La Land. But this is reminding me so much of La La Land versus Moonlight.
As far as how close these two are, yeah, you're probably right. For me, this season just kind of reminded me of 2019, the year that Parasite won, where before this, everyone just kind of assumed it was going to be either Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or 1917. But once Parasite won like the SAG award for Best Ensemble, then they just kind of became unstoppable.
I mean, as much as I like a Sinner's Sweep, I don't think it's going to happen. But I do think they're probably going to get the most awards of the night.
I mean, they were already nominated for the most. Like they beat the record by like a handful.
Yeah.
Like right now, I think Sinners is a lock for Best Original Score.
Oh yeah, no, that's the Ludwig Award. Like every time he's up, it's like, hey, thanks for playing, guys.
Basically. So Best Original Score, Best Original Screenplay, Best Casting. I'm gonna say, especially after this weekend, Michael B. Jordan has a much better shot at winning Best Actor. And let's see, the fifth one, I could see them taking Best Costume too. Because best hair and makeup, that's going to go to Frankenstein.
Yeah, like Frankenstein might get costume. Because I think the issue is it's more of an open thing now. Because I think a lot of people thought that Paul Tassel would get nominated for Wicked for Good, and it didn't. Because if he was in there, then that was his.
But also Sinners was done by Ruthie Carter, and she's
a previous Oscar winner because she won for Black Panther.
Exactly. That's why I'm thinking she might take it again.
Yeah, because she's kind of getting that like Colleen Atwood like kind of notoriety where she's just becoming a regular.
Yep.
In this category.
The only one I can't quite call like as far as like who is a favorite is Best Supporting Actress, because yeah, Amy Madigan won the SAG award, but Wunmi Masaki could win at the Oscars because she won the BAFTA, but like out of all the categories, that one is like the most up in the air.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more up in the air than last year.
Oh, yeah, no, easily. But yeah, we'll see in not this weekend, but next weekend on March 15th.
Yeah.
So what I think in terms of this particular battle for like, you know, among the two front runners, it seems, I hope Sinners wins, but I get the feeling that movie is just way too like, for lack of a better term, it's going to be too like, oh, this is just, you know, horror, you know, vampire monster movie, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're gonna look at it like that. It's gonna be like, oh, this is a like a, you know, it's a genre piece, whereas One Battle After Another is Don't say your inner thoughts, Neo. Don't say your inner thoughts. Is a drama directed by Paul Thomas Anderson that is not overly long and didn't bore me to tears. Anyway. I'll just leave it at that.
I will say, if nothing else, I could see a split happening where Paul Thomas Anderson wins Best Director. He's already winning for Best Adapted Screenplay, but I could see a split where like Paul Thomas Anderson wins Best Director, while Sinners ends up winning Best Picture, because both will win their respective screenplay awards.
Yeah, that's the scenario I was thinking too. I mean, as much as I personally think and want Ryan Coogler to do it, like you can't discredit the other guy. Like I really think the split is real.
Yeah. I think I'm leaning more towards that than really anything else.
But maybe Marty Supreme will win, and that'll be it.
Oh my god, can you imagine the shit show that happened? Like, it's kind of crazy because of like the Sadafi Bros like nonsense, and Marty Supreme's stock has really gone down. Even though like the movie itself, there really isn't anything problematic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really all like the behind the scenes stuff that's like kind of dragging that movie down.
Well, what do you guys think that Hamnet has any chance of upsetting?
I could see it.
Could, yeah, Chloe Zhao, because she's won Best Picture before.
Yep.
So I think people are like discounting her a little bit. Like, you know what? Another thing is that could happen, and this might be an upset. I doubt it will, but it could happen. Hamnet wins for Best Adapted Screenplay.
Ooh, I didn't think of that, but it could happen.
Now, all you were sitting here arguing about Paul Thomas Anderson possibly winning something. Are we ever considering when we're probably going to get an Oscar for Paul W.S. Anderson?
Oh, absolutely. Like all the time. That's literally the one thought that goes in my head 24 hours a day.
Wait until he gets that Monster Hunter sequel, guys.
And just wait. Just you wait.
Just you wait. They're gonna.
I will always. There are two movies that he's made that I will always enjoy, and that is Mortal Kombat 95 and Event Horizon. That's
it. Just think, one day he's gonna get the rights to Dino Crisis, and he's gonna make a movie.
Capcom will block it, and it'll be Exoprimal the movie instead.
Yeah, but
Dino Crisis starring Noah Centineo.
Yes.
Unironically, that
could be T-Rex.
But here's my question. Really, wasn't that weird, like, Adam Driver dinosaur movie? Was that not our Dino Crisis movie?
No.
Oh, God.
Dino Crisis
65?
is much weirder.
Yeah.
Dino Crisis is much weirder. it's
I can't believe that was an actual real movie that happened.
Yeah, it was. And it was, it was certainly a movie of the year.
It was a movie that played in theaters.
It was. All right. So
I'm looking forward to its sequel, 69.
8.
No, and its prequel, 67.
No.
All right. Before we go here, there is a situation going on that I am not terribly happy about that I learned about not too long ago. Bruce Campbell has been diagnosed with cancer.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he released a statement earlier today, I guess, that he says that the cancer is treatable but not curable. And he is quote unquote a tough old son of a bitch. I am not doing this to say spurts whatever you guys believe in, what you believe in. I myself am a religious man, and anyone who is a fan of his, just pray for the dude. Any thoughts, anything you can give him. He is about as upstanding of an individual as you can be. he just loves nothing more than to do cool things and entertain people and live his life in the best way possible. Just be thinking about him because he, of
Yeah.
all people, don't deserve this shit.
Yeah,
No.
definitely.
No, but yeah, it's not trying not to be on a sour note, but it's just something I want to bring attention to because sometimes we talk about deaths and things of celebrities, and it's not often we bring up things like this, and also everybody be also thinking of oh, now I'm blanking on his name.
Martin Short.
Nope. Well, that too, but voice actor
Mike McFarlane.
Mike McFarlane. Yes, from what I understand, his situation doesn't ever seem to get an uptick toward better, but they're still trying. So all those people, keep them in your mind. It's shitty situations for all, and sometimes you don't realize how nice your life is until you hear about some shit happening to other people. So yeah, just keep them in your mind. That's all I gotta ask. Mike, where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on various social media sites at Captain K42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Blue Sky at Renegade Pop Culture. You can also find us on YouTube at Renegade Pop Culture or Organoid Zero.
Yeah.
Find us on Podchaser. Consider supporting our Patreon at patreon.com/Renegade Pop Culture. Listen to all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need an escape? So do we.
Absolutely. Kiona?
You can find me on Twitter at Neoplasmic24, also on Instagram and Threads at Neoplasmic81, and on Blue Sky and Twitch. First time streaming in a long time today. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/Neoplasmic is where you can find me there. Blue Sky is just regular Neoplasmic.
3.
You can find me on Blue Sky at crazylemur.bsky.social. I am also on Instagram at Lemurs Rule 1, where this weekend I will be. Yes, there's pictures of you on there, but this weekend I will be at the Philadelphia Flower Show, so I'll probably be posting a lot of flower pictures and stuff, and Instagram's just like my more normal shenanigans, and not me just being an unhinged gremlin.
As far as me, you can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero, mainly on Twitch and YouTube. If you like anything like conventions and the like, you can check over my Instagram at Organoid Zero. Which, if any of you are watching this and are going to be in the Milwaukee area for Anime Milwaukee, I will be there this weekend. So yeah. All right. Until next time, we will see you all later.
Peace.
Peace.